Where exactly we stopped? Huh? Requisition. Okay. Not requisition. Invoice also we created, right? Class 10, right? So as of now, we completed your requisition, then approval. After that, PO creation, receipt creation. So these four steps we completed in P2P cycle. Okay. The next is invoice. To create an invoice, there must be one program submitted, that is payables open interface import. So this is the program name. It's a standard concurrent program. By using this, we can create invoices automatically. It's last time invoice is created. As soon as you create a receipt, it will submit couple of concurrent programs. Those are all receiving transaction processor. Then after that, payable open interface import. Invoice is already created, so we'll verify this invoice. Not saved. We'll just check the application. This is the program name. Payables open interface import. We can select this. Okay. So on which date we created invoice? Yesterday's date. Okay. Or any other timing I'm seeing. This is the server timing. So we take this advantage card. This is the invoice. Can copy this. Okay. So Once invoice is generated, you can verify this invoice. Invoice is a bill only, like supplier name, supplier number, on which date it is created, and what is the tax amount here. This is just a bill kind of thing it is. You can verify into a responsibility, that is payables. Then after that, invoices, entry invoices. You can create or you can verify the existing invoice. You can click on F4, invoice number, control F11. Okay, this is the invoice. And if you look at it, is validated as well as accounted also. I think this is not the invoice. So what I'll do, I'll create from scratch again. Okay, very quickly we'll do, because I forgot to note down the number. All the steps I'm doing again. Requisition followed by approval, PO receipt. Quickly we can finish. It will not take much time. So whenever you are doing a practice, make sure save this records. Now next is auto create. By using this, we can create a PO. Is it approved? If it is not approved, you may not see that. Check. Summary. Like, I'll create another equation. Okay. Again, logging in another application. These are all time waste for us. That's enough. Okay. Make sure it will be below $25,000. Check summary. The second step. Approved. Two steps completed here. Requisition as well as approval. Then after that, next is PO. We can create PO through auto create it is. There is option here, auto create, clear. Hardly just 2-3 minutes you can finish it, right? Automatic, advantage, car. These are all repeated and we already completed. That's why I'm doing fastly. Next is approve. You can see the status is approved here. After that, next is receipt here. Whenever you create a receipt, automatically it will submit one more program also, that is pay on receipt auto invoice. These three programs will be submitted automatically. Okay. Right now I'm creating a receipt. After saving it, it will launch all the three programs automatically. Our invoice will be created. So this invoice is not created by us actually. We'll see that. Take this. After that, what next? Your PO number. You have to create a receipt here. Receiving receipts. V1. V1 also. Find here. check the checkbox. Source. Save. Okay. So as soon as the receipt created, we check couple of programs here. 3 programs I submitted. I told what are the program names? You need to remember. Program names are here is receiving transaction processor. If you look at here, this is the one. This is for receipts here, and pay on receipt auto invoice. As soon as you create a receipt, it has to generate a auto invoice means automatically. There is one more program. What is that? This one. Yes. We'll copy the invoice now. Okay. Take this invoice number. Okay. And this also like this. Okay. Copy this. Where we can verify is into account payable module here. In P2P cycle, AP will come. In O2C cycle, AR will come here. Okay. Invoices. Then after that, so this is the invoice we created. Okay. So you can see the line amount, tax amount, everything. Now, there are 3 tables behind this. AP invoice solve, AP invoice line solve, AP invoice distribution solve. Overall 3 tables here. Last time we discussed, I think in drop shipment or somewhere, correct? Okay, 3 tables. Now here there are certain scenarios we have to discuss. One is how to make a, or we can say, join between PO and invoice. This is the question. Okay. PO where we can see here is, we can see into distribution level only. There is an option here. This is our PO only, correct? You see here, correct? PO is created. Your invoice is created based on this PO. Backend, how to touch up here is at distribution level only, we have to make a join here. See, AP invoice distributions and PO distributions, you know already. If you want to find out a join, then as usually ETRM we have to go. AP invoice distributions are what is the join here? That's it. PO distribution. You are combining 2 module tables. One is PO table, other one is AP invoice table. Okay. Now invoice number is available into headers table only. This is the invoice number. invoice number and go to help diagnostics examine. So invoice number it is. Table name if you want to identify that is AP invoices all. And PO number you know already that is segment one, correct? Overall 4 tables you have to combine. What are they? 4 tables. Yeah, AP invoices. Lines not required. Distribution only. See, we are from AP invoice distributions all AIDA. And one more table that is
PO distributions.
correct. Join condition AIDA dot
Distribution ID. PO
distribution.
distribution ID.
Now PDA dot PO distribution.
For distribution.
Then after that, like we need invoice number. So that is AP invoice solve. Join condition is here. First table primary key that is, you can say it is invoice ID is equivalent to then AIDA dot foreign key here. Foreign key is invoice ID. And we require invoice number. Invoice number. And I need to add PO table also, that is PO header solve. PO header ID, primary key. Then after that, primary key, foreign key, header ID. What is this? This is how we can develop a query. What it should give here is PO number. Like this. This invoice is generated based on 6970. So this is the way. 2 PO tables, 2 AP invoice tables. Like this. But join is at distribution level only, that is PO distribution. If anyone asks you what is the link between PO and invoice, you must answer here only one join is enough. This is the join, major join. If they ask like again, then you may need to go down like this. So are you okay with this? Okay. Now next is how to derive AP invoice validation status. This is another question. Validation status you can see here. As of now, it is never validated. As of help record history, it is saying AP invoices all, but it will not be available. The status, there is a package required here. In this only I'm using package. Package is here is AP invoices utility PKG. Okay. Therefore, spelling, okay, yeah, spelling mistake it is. You can see AP invoice utility package. This is a big package, more than 200 lines, but we wanted only. Why it is utility means everyone can use in any one of the report. That's why it is a utility. It's a common utility, we can say. So what we wanted here is we need a status here. Just check status related one by one. We wanted check number, pay number, approval status. This is the one we require. If you go a little up, the other procedures and all we can see. Go to body, go up. Yeah. See, you can see the package specification as well as body both. Okay. And you can see the meanings of all the statuses like this. What is the use of this function? Function we can call it from select statement, but procedure we cannot call. Okay. Right now you are calling function only into a select statement. It will return the invoice approval status. Then notes, same package, we can use it for invoice as well as payment, prepayment. But right now we need to see only these four. But if you look at here in the application, it is never validated. So that never validated means never approved. Oracle has considered as a never approved here. In the application is showing as a never validated. If it is validated, we can see that is approved. We have to decode here, if then else logic. There is a option here, decode. Anyway, first we'll get this. What is the function we need to call? Get approval status. So if you notice, there are 4 parameters here. See what are the parameters? These are all invoice ID. L means local variable, but anyway, you have to give here invoice amount 2. Then after that, payment status. As of now, payment is not yet paid. We haven't paid anything to the supplier. And invoice type lookup code. What type of the invoice it is? So it's a standard type. We have various other types. I'll show you later. Standard, debit memo, credit memo, expense report. Those are all other types. But right now, standard. And we have to pass here. There is a amount also. Invoice amount. This amount. This amount. Clear? Overall 4 parameters. What are they? Get approval status. Therefore, 4. These are invoice ID, amount, payments. You need to remember, or you can press F4 and get it. Not a problem. Tell me the parameter. So that invoice ID we are taking from which table? As for record history, we have to take it through AP invoices all only. So AP invoice all where it is here, this one. Okay, tell me now. AIA dot first parameter invoice ID, correct? Then what next? AIA dot yeah, sequence you have to say, okay? So why it is not showing? So once you there are 2 more parameters. AIA dot. It should display the list, right? It is not showing somewhere.
Status.
Yes. Yeah, it's a flag. Yes or no. One more is type lookup. Overall 4 parameters. And these are all coming from which table? Yes, AP invoices. There is this alias name is this. Yeah, this is where comma is not there. That's what is not showing. Okay. So if it is never approved means what is the value we have to display? Never validated. So it's a decode we have to use. Decode of open parenthesis and its value is here single quote never approved and between these two if it is never approved in single quotes the value here is never validated. Then you can close this parenthesis and put here status as alias name. That's it. I just kept a decode here. Now format this. You can come to know it's properly aligned. See, and decode is like a function. Okay, it is if then else logic. If the output of this entire package is never approved, we have to replace as a never validated. Okay. Now what we can do, we will actions, click on actions, validate. You must get a validated here. Validated. If it is validated, this query will not work, right? It is not showing, correct? If you want to show this output, what you have to do? What are the other values here? Other values are here. As of now, never approved is over. Next is approved, right? If it is approved, what we have to display? Validated. That's it. These are all the codes they gave here. Now another column. Like this. Okay. If you keep on hold, for example, I'm keeping on hold here. Invoice you can keep on hold. In what are all the cases we can keep invoice on hold? You just read all this. Go one by one. Okay. Go slowly because these are all important. So will you able to tell me what are the cases we can keep invoice on hold? At least 2, 3 reasons.
Amount exceeds.
Okay, amount exceeds means okay.
The
Anyway, it's up to you. Remembering is your risk. I don't want to repeat. Okay. So let's say there is a one reason. Okay. Now if you go here, there is a status changed. So as of now, how many statuses you have seen here? Very first time never validated. Then after that validated. Now needs revalidation, right? So needs revalidation means again it will not fire here. See, there is a problem. Correct? So there is another condition. What we have to do? You can press F4. This one, correct? Needs reapproval. Needs reval. That's it. We have given all the possible statuses. All the possible statuses. In any scenario, it will work. Okay. Again, what you can do, you can format this. Clearly formatted. You need to remember decode function, what it will do, what is the use of decode. The next is what is the package name, what are its parameters, and what are the possible values. In this itself, like there are 4-5 questions are there. Okay. Now, as of now, it went on hold. We have to release the hold here. Then only. So release, validated, hold released, save. If we go here, it's changed. Okay. Now next is how to display open AP invoices. Open means here is some payment is pending. Okay, based on the payment status flag only. Whatever the payment status flag is there, that will take it. What is the value? N means here not yet paid. If half of the amount is paid, then you can see P also here. P means partial payment and not yet paid. So once we make all the payment, it will become Y automatically. So how to display open invoices is based on the payment status flag is N here. Okay. The value is what it is. Payment status flag is equal to N. Or else one more.
P.
N P. P for partial. As two values are there, we have to use one operator. That operator is in operator in N and P. As of now, 3 questions we discussed. Join between P1 invoice, AP invoice validation status. What is the answer for this? AP invoices, utility,
Package.
package. That's it. This is all important. Now, next step here is, as of now, it is accounted is no, but we have to make it yes. Click on actions, create accounting. There are 3 modes here. Like in O2C also we have seen, right? Finally, can go to reports, view accounting here. We have done create accounting. Now it is view accounting. Debit account name, credit account name, you need to identify. The next step is what it is, create accounting. In today's class, we have done only 2 things. One is invoice creation. Other one is invoice validation. Debit account is accrual here, credit is liability. There are 2 entries here. One is debit, another one is credit. It's liability account. Account names enough. Accrual account. All this accounts information, accounting information, we can see into some other tables. Like how to identify, as it is a page, you can go to about this page. After that, right, business component reference detail. The next VO stands for here is anything we can use. So simply double click on this, it will be selected automatically. And you can go to Toad here, paste it into another editor. Shift Control F. These are all the tables. Okay. And primary keys, everything you can see here only. Check AE header ID, AE line ID where it is. It is wrong. Okay, these are all the primary keys. In create accounting, only 2 points we need to remember. How many modes are there? 3 modes: final mode, draft mode, and after that, what are the accounting entries and what are the tables behind this? Okay. Now next is payment. Payment. We are making a payment to the supplier because supplier delivered goods to us. Our company is making a payment to the supplier. So we may make a payment, full payment or partial payment it is. Now go to, first take the invoice, or else here itself you can go actions. Then you can see pay in full year. Let's see. Where is it? Account. It's disabled. Okay. It's approval required here. So someone has to approve this, then only we can proceed further. Just check approval history. Yeah. What I will do, I'll disable this approval information because there are other setups involved in between. Here, we need to give exchange rates. These are all other setups. What I'll do, I'll remove this approval option. Okay. To do that, there is a payables options. Go to setup, options, payable options. These are all the setups. Functional people will touch all this. Approval. What do you see here? Require accounting before approval, and other one is use invoice approval workflow, this checkbox. So this is a checkbox we have to disable here. Got it? So someone has disabled this for approval or something. By default, it will not be approved. Now go to invoices. Your invoice number. This is the invoice number. It's saying here approval not required. Your next step will be here is what it is actions. Then after that, if pay in full is disabled, you just focus on this approval option. Okay, pay in full. What we are doing is we are making a payment. We are making a full payment to the supplier. Take all available discounts on these invoices. Okay. Then you just check here. There are 3 types of payment methods, 5 types now. Okay. Quick is the payment method. A refund. Okay. If something goes wrong, then we can expect the refund. This is another functionality. And manual payments, you can use a quick payment. And then after that, move this. Set bank account. This is your supplier bank account. Select this. So here there is a one account is working properly. I just checked earlier. Disbursement account. This account. This account is not having any setup issues. I tested with other accounts. It has some own issues. Check payment method. We are making payment through check right now. If it is automatic and all, electronic, wire payments, other things. Right now I'm check only. Check methods. This is a check number. 58 is a check number. Bank check it is. Save. We are making a payment through check, bank check. Okay. This is the invoice number automatically picked up here. See, this is the check number. Check number is 58. Invoice number is this one. Now we have to combine both the tables. This table is AP check solve, and this table is AP invoice payment solve. Overall, two tables for payments. Okay. If you want to combine invoice, there is no invoice ID in the first table. Here, there is no invoice ID. But here, invoice ID is there in this particular table, AP invoice payments table. Okay, now what I need to do? I need to add two more tables here. Okay, so shall I add here or shall I prepare a separate query? So let's say if it is a separate query, from two payments table. One is check solve. One more.
Invoice payments. AP invoice payments.
Giants also I'm expecting. Tell me, guys.
Mhm.
Okay, tell me the giants here. Between these two, there is a check ID. Check ID is a join, and here also check ID. And here it is primary key, that is invoice ID. Same invoice ID is available here also. Okay, tell me the first join. AIA dot yes
Invoice number.
ID is equivalent to right AIPA dot.
Invoice number.
Then after that,
ACA dot
primary key
check ID. Check ID.
check ID AIPA dot check ID.
Check ID.
So this is how we can derive. So what you can do, you can keep adding the tables here to the same query. So from PO to AP, then AP to payment, AP invoice and payment, single query we can make, right? Now here also create accounting option is there. Go to actions. Right now it is unprocessed. It is unprocessed. We have to do a create accounting. I can do a final posting also, but you may not understand how it will transfer, how it will be posted. So you can go with the final also. And there is a wide option to make the payment on hold, like how we kept invoice on hold. Payment also you can keep on hold. That's called as a void here. Do you remember what was the debit account earlier and credit account? Do you remember? These two. Remember entries, these are all accounting entries. Really required to remember. What I need to go is, I need to go to view accounting here. So here is the place. Liability account has become debit now. Earlier it was credit. Now it has become debit. And cash clearance account is a credit account. Just names enough. No need to go in depth. Tell me. Credit account is what it is? Liability, right? You can see here. Liability account debit, sorry, it is debit account. And credit account is cash clearance. That's it. Then final step that you know already, that is transfer to GL. Same in O2C only, it will repeat. Program name, you'll be able to tell me. Same table, same program, only source will be different here. So I need to go to the program name is transfer
Transfer to
general entries to a GL. Ledger is vision operations and end date is today's date, 29 August. Posting we are not doing, later we'll post it. No, fine. This is the program, general import. By using this, journals will be created into the GL. You can go to application, view output. This is the entire batch till here. Batch name, copy this. If you better go through all this once if you get a time, but usually we have to take this batch. Go to general ledger. There is an inquiry option, inquiry, journal, and one entry is related to invoice, other entry related to payment. Okay. Now this is just for inquiry only. Tables you know already, GLJE batches we covered in O2C and review general. It is GLJE headers, GLJE lines. Overall three tables I showed you. Batches, headers, lines, and one more balances is there that it will affect here after posting. Check this checkbox, post it. So this is the final step in P2P. Check the program. On another important is here, AP to subledger accounting and GL. Okay. Overall here, three module tables we have to combine. AP invoices all, AP invoice lines all, AP invoice distributions all, and all other XLA headers, lines, events, distribution links, and GL import references. All the complete query is there with me that I'll fire. Okay. Somewhere you can see. So whatever highlighted here, I told you already. This is GLSL link table, GLSL link ID from one table, that is GL import references. So this table and XLA transaction entities that we can make a join with the source ID into one here. So whatever the highlighted color, we can proceed. So use the same query as it is. You can fire this. You will get a result. Only you have to give invoice ID. Invoice ID we have not yet taken down, right? This is the invoice ID. This is the complete query from AP to subledger, subledger to GL. Okay. It is giving completely all the category name, supplier name, payment method is check, whatever you are saying. In this, what we need to remember majorly is, majorly I'll highlight now. So this is called as a backtracking, or we can say drill down also, drill down. Drill down. Why drill down is, if you face any issue in GL, we have to identify this is belongs to which invoice or which subledger. So we are coming in a reverse direction now. That's why it is called as a backtracking also. Okay. So first I'll highlight with the color. We can come to know. First from GL we need to highlight. There is a table here in the from class. This is the table. GL import references. So with this there is XLA AE lines. Okay. This is another. This yellow color I am making. Okay. So just check. 2 columns is required here. This all. Okay. So from XLA AE lines, GL SL link table is the one column and GL SL link is another column. And we are combining 2 modules here. One is general ledger module and other one is subledger accounting. So this is XLAE lines. These are all subledger accounting tables only. Then after that, I'll show you another color. From XLAE lines to check here somewhere. This one. XLA transaction entities. You can take this. This is another join. I'm using this another join. These two AE headers and transaction entities, and finally this one. Only 3 levels it is. Okay. First GL import reference. We'll make a join with XLA lines. From XLA lines to, okay, one more join is missed. 1 second. This one. Okay. First step, GL import reference. This is number 1. Number 2 is what it is? XLA lines. Number 3 is XLA headers and lines. This is the third join. Then after that, from XLA headers to XLA transaction entity ID. The next is XLA transaction entity source ID into 1 is equivalent to invoice ID. Overall 4 important joins, whatever highlighted with the color. The rest you don't need to explain much. Okay. So the tables which we need to highlight here is now transaction entities. What next? AE headers. The next is AE lines also. Where is the AE lines? Yeah, it's already highlighted. Overall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tables and 4 joins. You just spend time on this, you can come to know. It's not that much difficult. Only you need to know from XLA lines what are the columns we have to attach and with which table. Okay. Okay, tell me first table. GL. No, not JE. We are telling only the major. Is this okay? GL import references. So with this, which table we have to make a join? Subledger accounting. Header table or line table? XLA AE lines. Then further XLA AE headers. Then after that XLA events, right? Final. The next is perfect transaction entities. The next drill down is what is AP? Perfect. These many tables you have to combine. So if you want to combine these two, there are two columns required. One is these two columns, GLSL link ID. Other one is GLSL link table. I hope you are okay with this. Two columns. GLSL link ID. One more GLSL. Correct. So whatever I am typing here is this is join and this is the tables. Okay. So I hope you are okay here. This is over now. Next is AE headers and lines, obviously primary key of this table, header table, that is AE header ID. Now, next is between these two, obviously that is event ID. If you are combining these two means obviously event ID. And between these two, event ID and transaction entities, you can check here. Entity ID, right? No, I hope you understood, right? And finally, between these two, that is this one. Yes, correct. Source ID into one. Okay. So this is the way. It's a big query and useful query, important query. Okay. This is called as a drill down from account payable to subledger accounting to GL. So P2P cycle is over, guys. All the cycles have completed successfully from my end. Okay. You please finish, set a target and finish all this. We have so much other syllabus. Okay. Of course, this is the base for any reporting tools, personalization, anything. That's why I fully focused on this. So we have completed approximately 10 classes, is it? Till now, 10 classes completed. So these 10 classes is the foundation for you. So revise and again, revise. Very good speed is required. The whole P2P cycle you should finish in 2-3 minutes. That's it. Requisition, approval, auto create PO, receipt, invoice, payment, transfer to CM. So that speed is required. Okay. Throughout the day, if you practice O2C, it will not help you much. You are entering as an experienced guy. Always speed is required. And typing is also very much important. No one is practicing typing. Typing daily 2 hours you have to allocate. 1 hour is also not helpful. 2 hours. At any cost, you have to allocate 2 hours. There is a software is there. You can go through the software. Typing master. So this you can go. It's a freeware only. At least 1 month you have to practice. So many people are losing because of that only. If you don't have a proper typing speed, they will get to know actually. You don't have experience kind of. Okay. So my class is over, guys, today. Do you have any questions? Online, guys, anyone having questions?
No, sir.
Okay, please finish today. P2P cycle.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.